Joining me now is Shelley Mouber, a self-taught artist from Fayetteville, Arkansas, who experiments with mixed media and oil painting. Welcome back to the show, Shelley.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited you asked.
Yes, me too. It's been a while. I think
Few
you were
years.
on, I think it was like season
2019.
3 or something. Yeah.
Yep, 2019.
Well, I thought this episode would be perfect for you since we're talking about health and wellness and art. And the medical community has come a long way with looking at art as a modality for healing.
Right.
So what are your thoughts about it? Does art help you with health and wellness? What's your journey been like?
It's really my base of functioning, honestly, now. I know we talked about this in the last interview I had with you, but I had an 18-year addiction, opiate dependency after I broke my back when I was pregnant with my son. And one of the things that I'm now realizing after, now I'm in my 6th year of clean time
Congratulations.
from opiates. Thank you. And what I'm, learning now with my art and also with my mental health care is that I process everything in I'm starting to realize that I process everything totally different than other people do. And I'm able to express that with my painting and my art. A lot of in fact, why I do my spiral art is anxiety. And that's how I work out my anxiety. So you could look through even my Instagram portfolio per se, and you can see the segments of a month of anxiety because all of my work is spirals or bubbles or something like that.
So that circular motion as you're creating helps to ease the anxiety?
Oh, absolutely. And it centers me. I tried to take a few cues from my therapist and, try to breathe in and out and just feel everything that is coming through my body, especially during a panic episode. I think I numbed all of that, with opiate addiction. And so when I did get clean, it was like it hit me like a brick wall. That's how I've stayed clean. And I had probably 150 to 200 times that I tried to be clean or more.
Wow.
Or more. And so I was absolutely determined this time I had to do it to save the relationships in my life and in my life and my life.
Your own life, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So would you say that art saved your life in essence?
Oh, absolutely. I know it did. I tell people that all the time. Art saved my life. Art is my life. Art was my life before addiction. And addiction absolutely deadened me to feeling anything and everything. And so I think when I did get clean, the anxiety increased to a level that I didn't know how I was going to function. I mean, I'm sure you remember me. I am extremely calmed down considering I couldn't stop moving. In my first few years of clean time, I was so anxious. I mean, it was my hair was falling out. I was so nervous and yeah.
Yeah, I do remember. And I see a big change in how you present yourself. There's sort of an underlying calm that I feel now that I didn't feel before. And so congratulations on that.
Thank you, Wendy.
And
you've been such a great support through this all.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and your artwork is amazing.
Thank you.
I'm looking at this David Bowie portrait behind you.
So the person that actually owns this is in the process of moving. So she asked me if I could keep it in the studio. I said, sure.
I love it.
I did finish up a really interesting piece today that I think I'm going to show at the Black Apple Awards.
I love that.
Beautiful. And I'm doing a series of 4 of the 12 by 12s. And I really like it because it looks almost psychedelic.
Right. Yeah, it has some movement to it.
Yeah, it
love
has a
that.
lot of movement, but it also has a metallic that you can't, it looks different from every angle. So I really
Nice.
love doing that, you know, something that looks multi-dimensional.
Right. I would think with anxiety and even PTSD, that having all that movement would also be calming. I don't know. What are your thoughts
You're
about that?
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of the symptoms that I have that I'm sure you're very aware of is the hypervigilance.
Hmm.
And my hypervigilance used to be so bad that I couldn't have my back to anyone.
Sure. Right.
And
Hmm.
now I mean, just processing, not so much with my paper pieces, but
Hmm.
definitely with my oil. I work on them for hours and hours and hours, like an entire day
Hmm.
of just focusing on these fine details. And it's Zen-like to me.
Hmm.
So it's, yeah,
That's
I'm just
amazing.
excited to be alive. Honestly,
Yes. I'm
I
excited
was
that you're alive
literally in hell.
and
I was in
well,
hell.
Hmm. Yeah. So
So,
how, do you have any advice for someone who maybe is at the start of their journey, and maybe they never really explored art?
right.
Is art still a modality for healing if someone's not
Oh
an
my
artist?
goodness. Absolutely. It's about practice
Hmm.
and it's about experimentation. And you can't be too hard on yourself
Right. And
because when you rip
maybe,
yourself apart,
right, that's
it
not
shows.
helpful. Sure. And maybe the product isn't even the
No,
goal,
no,
the journey of actually doing it. When you were talking about the spirals and the circles,
yeah.
that's really the journey of creation. And what comes out at the end for someone perhaps who doesn't call themselves an artist may not even matter. I don't know.
Even if you feel like you don't have talent, just getting words on a paper,
Mhm.
that's art to me.
Yes. Right.
Um, Change your house around. Just
Mhm.
make yourself in something that you feel comfortable in. That's art. So
Mhm.
that's why I think just everything, your plate at dinner time can be art.
Right. Right.
That's my
Great point.
perspective.
Yes, I love that. Where can people get in touch with you?
Well, Instagram is pretty much my mainstay.
Hmm.
Facebook as well. I know you have my handles. I'm also co-founder of a makers group in Northwest Arkansas, and it's called NWA Makers. And you can get to me through the gallery page on the Instagram. Uh, I will plug that we are having a spring makers market April 30th on
Nice.
Mount Sequoia,
Hmm.
and we have, I think at this point, 91 artists signed up.
Wow. Amazing.
So it's a lot of work. And
Hmm.
we've got a great team. Kat Barlow and Bo Dutton and I are all handling it. And
Excellent.
we're going to pull off a really beautiful event.
I love it. I think
Yeah.
art and music and all of it is sort of coming back from the
Oh,
pandemic state that we've
I
all been
know,
in.
it's so
I
exciting.
hate to even say it out loud almost, but
That's right.
but it seems that way. Um,
Exactly. I feel the same way.
yes. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been delightful.